I'm not saying his elevator don't go all the way to the top. What I'm saying is I don't think he has any stairs.
I think we need to do a little bit of advice for new companies. Things to look out for. I don't know about because you live down in the heat. Heat will mess up your products. Like it'll zap, even on like an oil or stuff. It can zap the scent. It can make one of the carriers kind of smell rancid. Obviously melting of the butters and that kind of thing. I think a lot of people don't realize it until I've had people who were like just starting their company. They would say, okay, I'm going to ship you this and see how it does in shipping and see if it lasts and that kind of thing. So that's always fun when you get to work way behind the scenes before a company even starts.
That's been a lot of what I have been doing in the last 6 months is helping companies with product development for free, not charging anything, just kind of helping them with the formulation of their butters for newbie. All right, so with my protocol, and this is just Andy, just Andy, by the way. The very first thing I look at is a website. I don't look at the ads, I look at their website. Very first thing I do is, can I find their list of carriers right off the bat? Then if I can find their carriers, then I look at, okay, what kind of scent do they offer? Or they pretty much just, everything is this and oud, or everything plus tobacco, or have they kind of moved up? Is this somebody that have they moved from just making oil to making balm? Have they moved from making oil and balm to making butter? Are they trying to offer a full line? Where do they come from? Are they an EU company or are they a company here in the United States? Because I've used so many drop ship companies, I pretty much know their carrier list just by looking at it.
Wow.
Some of them are good, but most of them are pretty average, if we're being honest. There's one company in particular that is highly respected that I will, until my dying day, swear that they owe me $40 for a bottle of oil because that was the worst oil that I've ever put in my beard. And don't care if it pisses you off, Eric. That stuff was terrible. You should be ashamed of yourself for selling that. And it was just they did
a reformulation.
Yeah, and they still owe me $40. So here we are.
Ask them to replace it. I'll send you a new one with the new carrier.
I don't ask for free. I don't ask for free.
Well, you paid for it. It's a replacement bottle.
Yeah, that's true. But they used the distribution center, and in all fairness to them, that product probably sat there on the shelf for quite a while because I went whole bore. If I can, as much as my budget and what little bit of common sense I have will allow me, I do try to limit myself and avoid making just ridiculously expensive purchases.
Yeah, there's so many companies. You can wear yourself thin real quick, spread yourself too thin.
Very quick. Very quick. I have a hard time keeping all the mouths fed of my ride or die companies, and I've become more and more picky as I've gone through this process too. Whereas to start with, hey, this works pretty good and it smells pretty good. Hey,
we didn't know any better.
Well, and I think that's true for all of us, though. I think that's true for all of us. Again, because we are replacing the academic research with what we do. We don't have a big research biochemistry company coming in and doing massive double-blind tests and that sort of thing. So it really is kind of up to us as a community to kind of figure out what works best.
Yeah.
But anyway, with the companies, website, how easy is it to use the website? Does it make sense? Then I kind of look at their social media. Is if they're serious about it, then they are 100% on message. Their social media is about putting their name out there, selling their product. If you see something about, today was my niece's, third birthday, God bless you, but that's just not, you're not at that, you're still in the backyard shade tree mechanics kind of stage of things. And that was, and again, that was one of the things about Black Rebel Beard Company that really impressed me. That dude is 100% on message. That is all he does. No other company exists. That's it. And that's like a breath of fresh air, because that means you're not wading through a bunch of garbage to figure out what's going on. And that's a level of professionalism. So I would encourage companies that, regardless of their religious, political, ethical, whatever beliefs, just keep that separate. Just keep that separate. Because at the end of the day, everybody pays in green. Everybody pays in the same denomination, regardless of what they believe, who they pray to, who they love, whatever.
Yeah, and probably one of my biggest things for companies is that they've got to find a couple of people that they really trust, because they go one of two ways. Either they are not receptive to any kind of criticism or help, and they think their stuff's the best thing ever, and they take it a personal insult if you say something against them, or they try to please everybody, and you can't please everybody. You can't do all of these different things. So I would say find a handful of people that you really trust, and do be receptive. Because if you stay the same that you are when you start, and 6 months later you're exactly the same, probably you can do things better and improve. But, we also see companies that change stuff every week, it seems like, and they're changing stuff, and they're changing labels, and they're changing ingredients, and they're changing this, and that gets very tiresome as well. So you kind of have to find a good balance. What do you think?
Well, the only thing I would add to that, other than amen, would be make sure the people that you pick are paying customers. There are too many vultures out there that try to tell you that they are influencers, and they love using that word influencers. And truthfully, they're really just aspiring reviewers that will not bring you a lot of sales. So listen to your customers. Listen to the people that are giving you money, that believe in you and are making that investment so you can pay for your kids' new pair of shoes or whatever. And let the vultures go find somebody else. They will leave you alone once they figure out you're not going to let them pick at your carcass. Way too many of those out there. Way too many of those out there. And I would say that if a reviewer hits you up, do your research. Do your research. Now,
it doesn't take long to watch 2 videos to know what's going on.
It doesn't take long to see how many views a video has. It doesn't take long to see how many subscribers somebody actually has. Views being more important than subscribers, really.
Yeah, watch the views and the comments. If the comments are full, you've got a high engagement. If you got lots of views, well over 100 views on every single video that you make, then it's got some influence there. Subscribers is hit or miss. Subscribers, if you hit a YouTube algorithm, I've seen people with 3,000 subscribers and they're only getting like 50 views per video, and that's not high engagement. So, then you get into all those analytics, which I try not to obsess over being a YouTuber, because I can go down that rabbit hole pretty easily.
Well, and that was one thing I opted to just completely ignore, by choice. So if 5 years from now, I'm just now hitting 500 subscribers, okay. If I haven't hit 500 subscribers, okay. If I've hit 1,000, okay. I want everything that I make to be meaningful and to hopefully give information. And there are much more entertaining people out there. There are people out there, you can edit stuff and create your own music so you don't have to worry about copyright and all this kind of stuff. So
Depends on what I play. I have to be totally original to do that, though.
I think I'm kind of rehashing what you said, but the whole being prickly and being closed-minded is something that I see a lot more than I see the trying to be a people pleaser.
Yeah.
But the being open-minded thing, and you can learn something even from somebody that doesn't like you. So if they're screaming in your face about something, listen to them at arm's length. Listen to what they're saying. You're a piece of garbage. Okay, well, I know I'm not a piece of garbage, so that sentence is a waste of time. Your oil didn't work for me. It was too whatever. Okay, that information might be helpful. This oil didn't work for me because blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's something you can use. And then when they proceed to call you everything but a child of God, all right, that part, don't worry about that. You can survive being cussed at. Trust me, I get called every name in the book, and sometimes very creative variations that I try to remember because they're funny. And hey, I'm here. I am. No blood, no foul. No blood, no foul. Can't worry about that, especially being in this environment in a market environment in 2020 when everybody can put their opinion out there. I think what we're going to end up with is, though, after a certain period of time, it's going to die down, and all of these little annoying, little chattering noises are going to start being drowned out. So like whenever Gutenberg invented the printing press, everybody can, put what they want on a piece of paper. Except it's cost prohibitive for most people, and a lot of people can't read. So, it put a lot of information out there, but it was still not quite as accessible to get into the creation process as people would think.
There ain't no such thing as a good case of hemorrhoid.